got his hands full here with the blue 2 if he chooses to attack. The 6 is a big ball. If he does get this 2 down. Oh, he's come short of the 6 and still good above the pink. Still got his work cut out for him. He's got to get back up to the pink here. Looks pretty steep.
Well, Biado threw the gauntlet down and Krause accepted the challenge.
Yeah, I agree, Phil. Does he come off the 9? Okay. Missed that by some margin, pretty thin. Might have taken a little bit of the focus off going into the 9. It happens.
We've seen this so often at Mosconi Cups. A team goes well behind and there's a collective disconsolate air about them. Now, I'm not saying that Mickey Krause is going to fall victim to that, but there is a chance of it.
Well, there's no doubt. You're absolutely right. It just seems to happen more often than not in these team events where you start to trail and it just compounds. I think if you're captain Carl Boys, you just tell the team to pretend you're playing singles and you're down 7-0 in a race to 9. You really don't have anything to lose. Things can change. We've seen it happen many, many times. Pinching back. Is that a little short? I think he's okay. Thought he might want to come back a little bit more. We'll get a look here in a second.
Called.
Yeah, that is a little short. I thought he needed to get back below the 8. He should be okay. Cue ball's going to be a little hotter. Easy to miss this heavy. Oh, center cup, Phil.
The 7 ball has been very kind for Asia tonight. You remember when Ko Pin-Yi chipped in the 7 across the top rail out of a hook at 3-3 in the first singles of the session. That made all the difference in that match.
Yeah, I think that 2-rail kick on the 7 to the top left by Ko Pin-Yi was really, if you could call a turning point today, that was definitely it versus FSR. And here we go, Biado continuing with the trend.
First blood is drawn by the Black Panther.
Yeah, does he try to kill this cue ball or does he come between? Oh, he caught the 5. Did he take his eye off the 2 there a little bit?
Maybe he was playing with extreme side spin though, wasn't he?
Yeah, I thought he could come between the 5 and 6 there without that side spin. Obviously not. Made full contact, but he overcut the 2, so that makes me wonder why he went into the 5 so heavy. Another chance for Mickey, the 5 tied up to the 6. He's got to think this out. And that wiped his feet. I believe he's got to look at the 3 in the right side pocket. And going all the way up. He needs a big angle here. Yeah, it's okay. Might have liked a bigger angle than this, actually. He's going to have to hit it with a little bit of speed. The 4 not touching the rail makes this shot much more difficult to knock down. Looks like he's digging to the ball. So is he just trying to make this and play a defensive shot on the 5? Yeah, I think he was trying to get over there, Phil, but really just wanted to get the 4 down. I think that's a smart play. Don't know what he's got up his sleeve here, though. hard to get an escape here. Can he just chip this ball and
Extension
use the 8?
called.
Come 2 rails out of the lower left corner. Well, he'd like to be able to reach it. Yeah, pretty tricky here. Looking at the 2-rail kick now. Is the 6 on in the lower right? Is the 6 on in the lower right?
Not just possessing skill, but imagination as well.
And I think anybody wishes to be in Captain Skylar Woodward's shoes, because both of those players, I know you guys have heard it before, but Billy Thorpe and Oscar Dominguez, it's a good problem to have, both probably in the best form of their entire careers. And even though Billy Thorpe is much younger, he's been a solid player for such a long time. Oscar Dominguez, well, he's been a player for over 2 decades, playing the best pool of his career right now. So Skylar Woodward going to have a serious decision on his hands come very soon.
Don't think there's much of a decision here after that attempted safety went a little awry.
Extension called.
Yeah, the only concern here for Mickey is, does he have to elevate and come 1-2 out of the top left corner? The angle, and I don't know if this camera, yeah, he's definitely elevated. Oh, he could hold. Wow. Made that look easy. What a delivery there. Look at those eyes, almost reminiscent. Jeremy Jones calls Shane Van Boning's crazy eyes. This kid is focused. He's got to get this down. Needs a good rub, and he's got it, Phil.
And that's another product of success. Things go your way. Cresting the wave. Mickey Krause. It's not Mickey Mouse. He's the real deal. And he's getting better all the time.
Razor thin. And that wasn't razor thin, a little thick there. Big opening for Krause.
Yeah, I think if you have watched a lot of Carlo Biado this year, last year even, I'm not saying it's a weakness, but it's a comparative weakness from distance. He's not quite as sharp as some of the others.
That needs to run. I think he's going to get there. Oh, yeah. No problem. Too much. There's the captain. Hard position to be in right there. Helpless feeling at times. Just got to keep pushing your players. This is thin. Wow, does he clear the 6? Yeah, I don't think so, Phil. He's going to have to come up with something here. Looking to cross the face of it, send the cue ball up table towards the purple 5. These guys play this shot a lot. Tip of inside ball. You're really just trying to paper clip the 3 across towards the bottom of the 9. Going to the bottom rail first. Just don't want to catch it too thick. Yeah, I'm a little bit lost at the decision. I guess maybe he couldn't get to it thin enough.
Yeah, worst case scenario that he's left the ball on. Doesn't give much away, does he, sitting in his chair there? I suppose when you're like him, you've pretty much seen everything. Apart from a trophy named after you.
Yeah, not only that, I think he's the one that invented most everything on the 9-foot table.
Asia wins the wreck.
Where is this going to finish? Yeah, kind of always wondered how this was going to end up. That shot was extremely tough. He didn't want to come too far, didn't want to stay too high on the 6. Well, it was right between. Nothing real aggressive looking. Yeah, he's going to chip the 6 into the 7 and use the 9, I believe. It looks good.
It's the kind of situation tailor-made for one of these Filipino wizards. Okay, it might have seemed simple, but look at the pace, look at the line. Look at the visualization.
You can see a piece of this. Big moment here.
What an answer from Krause. Okay, yes, he could get through directly, but that had to be struck perfectly, and it was. He's returned the compliment.
Touché. Oddly enough, just because of how this lays, this is actually a little more difficult than the one Krause had, because Krause was steep enough, at least if he catches the thin side of the 6, he was going to get the separation. Oh, he could really see enough of this, and this ball might be in, Phil, with position. Wow, real dagger to the heart of Krause right there. Played it two-way, used the 8 and 9 as cover as well. Hit it dead perfect. Wow, look at how he speared that in to the right middle. A little steeper than he wanted on the 8.
Yeah, hit the cue ball with a little too much gusto, actually, and we keep making the point, but it's worth repeating. You have to be really careful with these middle pockets.
You got to wonder if the adrenaline is up a little bit from that bank. So accurate. This young man is so accurate, Mr. Biado.
And the running side on the cue ball leaves him a much simpler 9 to retake the lead.
Asia wins the wreck.
3-2. And the Asian juggernaut just keeps on rolling.
And this is obviously the best break-off he's had. 5 and 9 close together. He used a lot more pace that time. Caught a little bit more of the 1 as well. He's got a good cut on the 2. He's going to have to come over, though, and use the window between the 5 and 7, I believe. That's a good sign for Mickey, especially under the gun.
Yeah, there doesn't seem any apprehension in the cue arm, does there?
Can't tell if the 8 is frozen or not. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. Just pinch this back about a foot or 2. A real tester here, Phil.
Yeah, always cueing close to a cushion, close to a pocket. Just adds a grain of doubt.
Yeah, I'm wondering if elevating a little bit would help for a lot of the players, but not Mickey Krause. Boy, does he try to thin off the left side of this and miss the 8? Or is he trying to cut this? He's the type that could cut it. Oh, really, really clever. Look at this hit. Narrowly missing the 8 with the 1.
It's the innate knowledge of how the balls are going to react and where they're going to finish. That sounds very simple, but it's harder to put into practice.
Yeah, and really when you're trying to get an object ball to go somewhere, it's much more difficult than just getting the cue ball there. Do not want to come off the back of this ball thin. Biado going to have the first real good look. The 3-4. Somewhat of a major problem down here low. He wants to stay thin on the 2. Can he go into the 3-4 now? I don't think so. And this is the shot. Really, nothing wrong with going into the 4 or the 3 here and just hoping for the best. I thought he might take a 1-rail stab at this. He's looking to come to the 2nd rail. I'm not going to argue with him. Well, that's one way to do it.
He's got great ingenuity. He's got great shot making. But no one's that good.
But I'll tell you what, like you said, Phil, it's not sliding. It's actually holding like it's been played on for a long time. I mean, proof in the pudding, Duong missed the 7 last night. We all thought he made it. He just caught it a fraction thick. That ball goes in anywhere in the country. Well, not here.
Biado chasing back for his extension because it is a 30-second shot clock. He's still got plenty of time. No need to be overly hasty.
Asia wins the race.
Carlo Biado on the hill, and what's extremely concerning for Europe, he's got a break left.
Oh, look at this. How cute with an inside ball swinging around the 6, using that wall you see there.
There will be no let up from Biado. That's why you become one of the best players in the world. Ruthless he is.
Yeah, I tell you what, all the Filipinos seem to be that way. Yeah, off the mark again by some margin. Obviously, his defense. The jump shot.
They've also got a 6th sense. They've played so much pool, they know when potentially they've got their man. And right now, Carlo Biado, I think, is in that zone thinking, I've got him.
This is right up his alley. Is he going forward? Right in the heart. Needs it to run, though. And so does he go to the top left with this ball? Kind of playing a two-way. If you miss it short, it ends up decent. Really, the cue ball tracking down here between the 7 and 9. Does he bank it to 3 here? Well, he banked it short, but a little firmer than I thought. Finished just fine for him.
also having a smidgen of luck, isn't he, Biado? And luck and skill equals unbeatable.
Yeah, he needs to make full contact here. Get the 3 down table. Oh, this is beautiful. Into the side. Kind of a 2-way. If it goes in the side, he's got to look at the pink. If not, well, he's going to have cover. What a great hit by Krause. Philly's still got an opportunity to tie this match up. He's just got to make some magic happen. Doesn't like it.
The extension, please.
Can't blame him. He's fairly straight, if not completely straight. Hard to tell from our line. Big shot here. He actually had a little angle there. So he was trying to come out and rub the 5, I assume. Another look at the 3. Right in the heart.
So he's played his way into self-imposed strife.
Foul stroke.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of weakness here. Second half. He's had a few opportunities.
And please start the shot clock.
4. Getting position on the 5 wasn't easy, clearly, after he kicked the 3 in.
Some of his middle pocket potting at pace has been very sharp in this match, but the question remains on this 8. Yes, he should pot it, but it's then a matter of how that cue ball reacts, how it behaves.
Yeah, the good news for him, the 9, basically in the center of the table. He's just got to focus on the thin side of this 8. Position should take care of itself. And it has, Phil. He's got a great look to the lower right. What a day for Asia.
On day 2 of the inaugural Reyes Cup, the hosts, Team Asia, have tidied up. They've completed a clean sweep, a quality quartet of matches, and that's why, remember, they were already in front overnight at 3-2. Now they lead 7-2.